I think it's important to understand that the number is not a how-to book. It's not going to tell you, buy this stock, sell those stocks. What I think of it as is really required reading before you sit down with a financial advisor, before you go online and start playing with all those retirement calculators and so on that are everywhere. It really gives you what I hope is the full picture of not just the money part, but also the meaning part. And you have to have both of those parts more or less in your mind before you can sit down and start crunching all the numbers and figure out whether you need $500,000, $5 million, $50 million, $100 million, whatever it is that you think your lifestyle is dependent on. Unlike most books about personal finance, what I'm really pleased about this book is that I think it's really a good read. Somebody told me last night that it doesn't necessarily read like a novel, but they said the story just carried them along, and it was not like any of the books they usually pick up that tell you how to be a millionaire or tell you how to do this or that about dollars and cents. I really tried to make this a story that swept people up and that people who find all of that other advice stuff pretty dry and predictable and formulaic, I think there's a really interesting and compelling and humorous and engaging story that's told throughout the pages of this book. The number is for, I think, anybody over 30 years old. It's actually for anybody at all, but I hold no illusions that anybody 25 years old is going to think about how much they need for the rest of their lives. But it's for intelligent men and women who are probably in denial, who may be procrastinating about sitting down to figure out important questions, or people who may be plucking numbers out of the air. I need $5 million, but they don't know why they need that much. Or people who are sitting there slavishly at their calculators, just crunching every available data point they can get their hands on, but not asking themselves what makes me happy. Or for people who are sitting around only asking themselves what makes me happy and aren't attaching some real hard financial scenarios to their hopes and dreams. The greatest revelation I had as I was doing the research, and in fact what the book really builds to, is the fact that in the end, it isn't just about money. We say that to ourselves all the time. Money can't buy happiness. Money isn't everything. Well, guess what? It isn't. One of the most startling revelations that occurred to me throughout the process was this idea that people try to come up with a financial plan. They try to figure out what their number is in dollars and cents without ever stopping to ask themselves what will make them happy. Because the dirty little secret here is that you may actually need a whole lot less money than you think if you can figure out what it is that will give you satisfaction over the last 20 or 30 years of your life. As I say toward the end of the book, you've got to really examine your life. You've got to ask yourself some really tough questions about who you are and what you want before you can sit down with a calculator or go to a financial advisor and ask him or figure out yourself what your so-called bottom line is.